Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sean, if you haven't been here before, I think what I want to get and do is continue on the drip rail of this 79 Ford F100. I did put in an order that evening that I said I need to order a drip rail for this, and it actually came in fairly quickly, but I was kind of not pleased in a way when I got it in because all you saw on their website was like a drawing of it. It's not an actual picture of the drip rail, so when I opened up the box, I was a little bit disappointed. So let me show that to you. All right, guys, this piece I got from LMC. That's the part number right there. It's like 30 inches long. And all it is like maybe like a 45 and a 90. If I'd known that's what I was getting, I could have made that in my brake. Reason why I ordered it was because I thought I was getting like this. You see right there, kind of got a lip on the bottom. Have a hard time focusing here. And it kind of bends over right there. That's for your stainless trim to clip onto it. And that's what I'm wanting to do is put stainless trim on this truck because I'm going two-tone. And let me show you right on the back of the truck what I'm going to have to do. Now when I go two-tone, not only will I have the stainless trim right here on the drip rail, but there's a piece of trim that goes all the way across the back of the truck to separate the two colors. So with that drip rail being made the way it is, I don't know if I can clip that stainless to that drip rail. For right now, I think while I think about it, I'm gonna go ahead and wire wheel all this, get the seam sealer off, get all the spot welds exposed, and start drilling those out. Hopefully, I'll come up with something. Let me go ahead and set you up. I'll get that all taken apart, and then I'll be back and I'll show you what I find. Guys, I got the drip rail off, and the actual lip that it welds to is in pretty good shape. I will have to do a repair in this area. I'll have to cut that out. Let me show you from the inside. Okay, it does have some pitting, and you can see right here I got a couple of holes that I should be able to patch them up. But everything else seems to be pretty good. But I haven't really made a decision yet what I want to do about that drip rail. So what I guess I'm going to go ahead and do is work on fixing that bad spot on that roof and see if I can get that patched in real quick. All right, guys, this is how I'm going to cut it out right here because from the factory it has this little bump all the way down through here, and it smooths out somewhere about right in here. So if I can stay on this side of this line, I won't have to recreate that. So let me go ahead and get that cut out. All right, I got that piece removed, and I wasn't expecting to find a spot weld behind it. So I guess that must have rotted a long time ago because I didn't have to get and try breaking that spot weld free when I removed that drip rail. So I guess I'm going to have to wait to patch that in until I figure out which drip rail I'm going to use. Until then, I guess I'll go ahead and get this all ground down and everything and get it all treated and have it ready for when we do figure out what we're going to do with this drip rail. All right, guys, it's a new day, and I kind of thought it through as far as what I want to do with this drip rail. I think I'm going to try to use it because the only one I could find online was $129 on eBay. It said it was a new old stock, but I don't want to spend $130 on a drip rail. So I'm going to try to use the one I bought and what I came up with. And I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try it because this is longer than I need. So if it doesn't work, I can cut it off. But I'm gonna get in use this piece of copper right here, and actually from the factory when they bent this, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a line from that bend, and that actually is the exact same width as this lip right here that I'm trying to recreate. So I lined that piece of copper up and using it as a straight edge on that line. I'm gonna try to do little tacks and recreate that lip. Like I said, if it doesn't work, then I guess I'll just have to get and look at gluing that trim on. I really don't want to, because if I ever need to remove it in the future, then you're probably going to destroy it. Where if I can make this work, then I can just unclip it like you would normally do. So let me go ahead and set you up, and then I'll see if I can make this work. All right, guys, I got it all fabricated about as good as I'm gonna get it. One thing I did find out is that piece that I was using for straight edge wasn't pure copper; it was actually copper coated, so it did kind of stick to it a little bit. But I was able to stick the piece in my brake to hold it and peel it off fairly easy. So let me go ahead and show you what I came up with and see what you think. All right, guys, this is what I came up with. As you can see, the edge there kind of mimics the factory one pretty good. And one thing that is really good about it is this piece right here is what would hide that seam. So put that on there. See that? Locked right onto it. So my I don't know if that's aluminum or stainless trim that goes on there should get click on there really good. Also, I went off pictures of the one I saw on eBay, the new old stock one, and also off of this piece from the salvage yard, and noticed that it had this little half round right here and this little cutout, and I was able to get those measurements off of this piece. That right there is the little half round, and then you got that cut out. So it should go back in place fairly easy now that I pretty much got everything made like the factory. So uh, I guess next thing I'm gonna do is get and start mocking up the the original piece I thought I was gonna just have to replace, and also mock this up in there and see if everything gets in looks good. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got everything kind of mocked up. Looks pretty good. I see up here. I will have to get a drill plug weld right there in the front, but everything else looks like it's fitting really good. So let me go ahead and take everything back apart and drill some holes and put some weld through primer on everything so we can go ahead and get the stuff welded in. I'll be right back. Guys, it's next day, and what I did last night was get everything kind of prepped, sand it, put a weld through primer and stuff like that, and did a little bit more this morning. What I want to do is show you how I'm going to get and attach this drip rail, so hopefully I won't have to get cut into the roof any more than repairing that little piece of damage that was on the front that was going to be repaired anyway. Like I said, if you're just doing a drip rail, you're probably not going to do it this way. You're probably going to have to cut your roof above the drip rail to get to all the spot welds and stuff like that. But let me go ahead and show you what I'm going to do. All right, guys, as you see, I left this cover off of the jam header, and what I want to do is plug weld right here and right here to hold the drip rail in place. I found out that that hole that was in the original factory is a alignment hose. So that little slotted hole I was showing you earlier, it lines up perfect right there. So let me go ahead and get this tacked in, Then we'll pull it out, and then after that, what I'll end up doing is I'll clamp it all back up and I'll plug weld right here. That'll hold that all in place, and also I'll come back and plug all these holes up too. So let me go ahead and get this all tacked in, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got it tacked together, and now I'm gonna go ahead and clamp it and finish doing these plug welds, and I'll be back. All right, got it all welded together and got welded through primer on it, so I'm ready to get put it back on the truck. Alright guys, I got it all tacked in, so what I'm going to do now is throw some paint on the inside of this, and then I'm going to throw that cover on it and start getting everything welded together, because it should go fairly quickly now, except for doing all the grinding. So I'll be back. Got it all pretty much welded in and ground down. The good thing is that the inside, a lot of those welds won't even be seen, because you got that frame that goes across the top right here, and then your seal is going to be down here, so it's going to pretty much cover everything up. So I don't have to have it finished perfect, but I think it came out okay though. All right, guys, this is where I want to weld the drip rail to the roof. I already did 4 plug welds yesterday to see how it'd go. I'm going to have to be very careful, or I could get into the roof real easy. And also I did a little tack right here so I could form the drip rail around the curve of this A-pillar. And I made a little patch right here so I could patch it in. Of course, I had to get and do this patch anyway because it was really rotted right here. So let me go ahead and set you up, and I'll get start welding stuff in. Guys, I got it all patched in. It did sink on me a little bit right here because it started blowing through. Some more rust was in this area, and it started blowing through there, and I had to chase it for a minute. But I pretty much got it all welded in, and a little bit of filler will be all right. All right, I got the drip rail all spot welded in. So that's pretty much all done. Everything's ground down, and all I got to do now is put some seam sealer before I paint. All right, guys, that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for coming along and watching. Hope you got something out of it. And if you did, could you get a thumbs up? And if you have any questions, just leave a comment. I look at those, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. Other than that, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.